Hello and welcome to FPL Animate. My name is Oded. In this video I will show some players that are in the 6.5 million price with a low ownership right now and are worth looking at because of their recent form and their fixtures up ahead. So I did a head-to-head teammates comparison with 8 players from 4 different teams. I will check their price, ownership, states and which one from the same team is a better option. But before that, as always, if you like the content and the animation in my videos, don't be shy and press the subscribe button, give this video a big like. And also you can check in other social medias like Instagram and Twitter. So let's start with West Ham, who seems very confident after wins against Liverpool and Chelsea. They earned the 4th spot with a great team effort and never give up attitude against the big clubs. Even though their main 2 players who were on fire in the start of the season are blanking for so long. Benrahma and Antonio started the season on a blast, but cooled down very fast. But that's what makes a team better. Other players step up and kept West Ham in the top of the table. And those players are mostly Forlans and Bowen. Everybody right now keep their eyes on Bowen, mostly because of the game against Chelsea and with his 10 returns so far this season. But Fornal is not far behind him with 7 returns. They both have same amount of minutes in the league and rotate in the Europa League, so both have almost the same stats. Both started all of the games in the league except one when they came on as a sub. 4 shots on goal per 90 minutes, there is an advantage for Bowen with 2.72 shots per game and 1.39 key passes, which leads to shots on goal. Forlan stand with 1.71 shots per game and more than 1.5 key passes. The other major difference is the price, with Bowen 6.5 million over Forlan with 6 million. Other than that, West Ham great fixtures up ahead is appealing, with only Arsenal in game week 17 seems to be the tricky one. In Europe, West Ham qualify already to the next round, so odds are that a lot of players will get some rest in the upcoming game against Dinamo Zagreb and keep their strength for the 3 games in 1 week coming up next. Let's not forget about the low ownership these players have right now, with Benrahma and Antonio still the popular ones in this team. But Benrahma is far from his form in the start of the season and will be missing anyway from game week 19 because he will play in AFCON in January and will have to travel after game week 18. So each of them is a great pick for the long run with great fixtures up ahead and both players in form and almost got the same stats and pretty much nailed. Arsenal have 2 great talent as well in the midfield who are slightly more cheap but owned by a lot more people. Don't know if I can call Smith Rowe differential now with almost 30% ownership. And here again the stats are not so far from each other, with Saka 5 returns versus Smith Rowe 7. The surprise is Saka's stats for 90 minutes are better with over 2 shots per game and 1.83 key passes. And you can see that in Arsenal games that he gets a lot more balls and running Arsenal attack on the right, while Smith Rowe is more of a finisher and collect lost balls in and out of the box. For now we see that Smith Rowe is the popular one because of his latest returns, and his price, which was 5.3 million in game week 8, kept on rising since then. So both players now cost almost the same, and if you don't own one of them already, it's a hard decision. I tend more to go to Saka just because of his stats and now the low ownership for almost the same price. The problem with them is the injuries. Saka suffered minor injuries along this season which made him leave the pitch early in some of the games, but he didn't miss any game yet. Smith Rowe is currently flagged and missed his first game this season against Everton in the last game week. Seems like a minor injury as well, and he should be a fit for the game against Southampton. And the game against Southampton should be a pretty good opportunity for both of them to get some big points. Southampton will play without 2 of their main goalkeepers, McCarthy and Forster are both injured, and the Saints had to sign new keeper. Also the 2 main centre backs won't be available for this match as well. Benderak with a calf injury and Salisu is suspended for this game. So the difference for this game seems pretty short and unreliable, with a new keeper and a player that will start as centre backs and didn't play much this season. After that, a hard game at home against West Ham and then some pretty nice fixtures against teams like Leeds and Norwich, who forgot when was the last time they kept their clean sheet. Here are very differential picks that I doubt if someone will pick them right now. because of their upcoming fixtures against teams like Liverpool and Manchester City, and because of all of the COVID situation in Leicester team itself and the situation with Tottenham that may not play them in game week 17. But I did the graphic already, so I might as well talk about why I placed them here in the first place. So these players cost a little higher than the ones I talked about before, and because of that and the way they play until now and how Leicester look at previous game, it's not surprised that they are both low ownership. Even though Maddison got a little bit of a boost these past 2 games because of his performance against Watford, which he scored once and got a couple of assists as well. Harvey Barnes also started to look like his old self again from last season after a really disappointing start of the season with only 4 returns so far. In the last 5 games he got 3 of the 4 and looked pretty good against Aston Villa in game week 15. Maddison wasn't much better with only 5 returns, and he also didn't start in some of the games, but Maddison's shots on goal per 90 minutes is pretty high with almost 3 per game, 1.5 key passes. A lot of that is to do with the fact that he is on set pieces. In Europe, Leicester have a tough match against Napoli for the right to go up to the next round, and who knows who will start this game. Also, the COVID situation in this team is unclear, so I don't recommend to buy them right now because of all of these reasons. But if you have one of them and you can afford to keep them on the bench for the Spurs cancelled game and against Manchester City or Liverpool, I maybe recommend that because Everton game seems decent, and after Liverpool they got Norwich, Burnley and Brighton. So they are low ownership for a reason, but if you really want to think different and keep such a differentials in your team, it's your decision. What I do know that if Leicester do play against Newcastle in game week 16 and those players are healthy and fit, there could be a big points coming their way. And last are the Watford strikers. With no Sarr right now is the squad all eyes will be, or already is on Dennis and King. Both of them had really impressive games this season and both seems on fire right now. Dennis is the one who everyone will eyeball right now with 12 returns so far. King not far from him with 8 returns, and the fixtures from game week 16 seems pretty good for those strikers to get even more. Dennis with 3.5 shots per game and King 2.3 are pretty much the main target on goal when Sarr is not around. Because of that, no wonder a lot of people jumped on Dennis' wagon and he's now owned by almost 25%, and I'm sure it will be rise until the deadline. Now that they are both the same price, it doesn't seem much of a difference who you're going to pick, even though King is on penalties when Sarr is not around. Dennis' underlying state seems better, and that's why people are more keen to him, but there is not much of a difference right now, and I do believe they will both deliver in games against Brentford, Burnley and Palace. After that, in game week 19, Dennis will probably go off to play AFCON for Nigeria, so keep that in mind. That's when the fixtures for Watford are starting to turn, with hard games against Wolves at home and West Ham away, and then Spurs. So this might give the advantage here for King. But you can always transfer out Dennis after game week 18 and get another striker who have better fixtures like Calvert-Lewin if he will ever be fit, or Antonio if you got the funds for either of them. And that's about it. Thank you for watching my video. Do subscribe to my channel and give this video a big like. Not easy to make those videos on a weekly basis, so appreciate the effort and show me some like. Goodbye for now and good luck to all.